Hey everybody, it's Lance Stanmeyer with the Lucky Dog team, powered by Fairway Independent Mortgage Corporation.
And Jennifer Weithman with Benchmark Realty. I love my tea and home, and I play in the country.
So we're here with another episode of Affordable Housing 101. We're actually going to be talking about a house that Jennifer has for sale today in Murfreesboro, Tennessee. It's 308 Dill. It's near Murfreesboro. It's Unit C4. Tell us a little bit about it.
So it's really close to MTSU. It would be great for a student or roommates because, first of all, it's adorable. It's got great space there. You can't see from the outside because the outside picture is not very great, but it's got a one-car garage, which is hard to find. Open there, 2 bedrooms, both with their own ensuite, half bath downstairs, cute little patio area, and literally I think it's 4 minutes to MTSU and lots of different food, social, and other fun. So $278 is the sales price.
So we've got a little bit of an issue, and that is that people are, there's a little sticker shock maybe. People are like pushing back a little bit. So we want to talk about some options that are available to you, the buyer, or if you're a realtor watching this, available to your client. So $278 is the sales price we've got it set for. This type of house typically would go FHA. So all the examples we're going to show you are just that. They're examples. They're based on a 680 credit score and based on today's date. Today was the 12th of September, 2024. Things go up, things go down. Everyone's exact circumstances are different, but all in all, these numbers are going to speak to you. So what I've got behind me now is what this loan would look like typically putting down, excuse me, I didn't pull it up. Right behind me is pulling up a $278,000 home, putting down the 3.5% and financing about 96.5%, which would be $268,270 at 5.75%. Putting that all together today, the interest, $1,593. I've got a star next to that. That's because you would add to that your taxes, insurance, mortgage insurance, and we would add the homeowners association, or if it was a flood zone, you'd have flood there. But those aren't part of their payment, those last two, but they would be considered and added into their debt to income ratio to make sure they qualify. So what are some things we can do to change this? We could do a permanent buy down or we could do a temporary buy down. So let's start with the permanent buy down. So you get the same sales price, you get the same down payment, but you would use something to buy it down. So in this circumstance, with a credit of about $6,000, you could buy the interest rate down to a 5.49%. That would drop the payment to $1,548. That's just the principal and interest payment. And when you compare those, the $1,593 at 5.75 versus the $1,548 at 5.49, you've got a difference of about $45 in savings a month. So what, $600 a year? Don't know if that's really going to be a big shift,
right?
But it might be enough.
And you were telling me like sometimes the houses that are more expensive, we've done a couple of these, it's more of an impact on your bottom line, but because this is smaller and all things considered, it just runs out differently. But the math, saves you 45. Then if you go and we do the temporary buy down.
Speaking of which, I'm going to back up to that. I'm going to go back 2 slides real quick and talk about that credit for $6,000 right there. The $6,000 would be used to buy down the interest rate, so it would be a credit towards that. It could come from either the seller, or I could kick into that, or a combination thereof. So I want to clarify that because on this screen right here, I'm going to talk about a 2-1 temporary buy down. So what's a 2-1 buy down? It means that the interest rate the first year is going to be 2% less than the base rate, and the second year is going to be 1% less. So what does that look like when I priced it today? And Jennifer, we rehearsed a little bit before we pulled this out. She said, why is that start interest rate of 6.125 a little bit higher? Because it's a different product. It functions just a little bit differently.
Right, and your seller credits are less too, I know.
Exactly. So it's only going to cost $5,400.
Everything is variable.
Right. It's going to cost $5,400 to get this set up for the borrower. In this example, the first year, the principal and interest would be $1,323. The second year, $1,486. And then years 3 through 30, it would be $1,658. Notice you got the stars, but let's go to the next screen and it breaks it down the savings. So $336 a month difference the first year, $172 different the second year. Gosh, Lance, how are you doing this? Well, I could go into a lot of illustrations, but I'll tell you, and then we can talk about this by calling me. Our information will be on the next screen. What happens here is an escrow account is set up for the buyer. And that account, I showed it to you, is $5,400 previously. That $5,400 set up in escrow, and a portion of that is applied monthly towards the principal the principal and interest that the borrower is going to make. So that's what makes it less. And as you go along in time, if it's a 2-1 buy down, it gets less. So maybe 8 months into it, you were to refi, there'd be a balance left. Let's say there's $3,600 left. You're going to get that money back. That doesn't go to the lender.
Just like when you cancel your homeowner's insurance because you're buying a different home, anything in there, it doesn't just go in the wind or to the insurance company. It comes back to you because you didn't use it.
Exactly.
Makes sense.
We've been talking about a lot of things here. Hope you had a chance to digest a little bit of it. But you can contact us. Our information's here. But we just wanted to give you some options. We're calling it 101, Home Buying 101 or Affordability 101, because there are some things out there that can help you save money. She's been in the business almost 10 years. I've been in the business 25 years combined. We help a lot of people. We'd really like to help you. Reach out to us.
Thanks. We'll talk to you soon. Just trying to help you understand all these words and numbers and mumbo jumbo, but talk to the experts.
Let's get it done.